Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the first half of December from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General reading as always, Cancer, so it's not going to resonate with every single person tuning in. Please do take from this what makes sense for you, your life, your situation, your relationship, and release the rest. If you are interested in a personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I'll also have a list of all of the card decks that I use for my readings, Cancer. All right, guys, so what I have in front of me are two decks by Flames of Alchemy, one focused on divine masculine energy, the other focused on divine feminine energy. So let's go ahead and grab some focus messages to start off this reading for you, Cancer. First, let's focus on divine masculine. So divine masculine energy, so it can certainly be for male or female, since it is just focused on energy. So take it for how it resonates with you. All right, guys? So let's see. Let's grab a couple of focus messages representing divine masculine energy here. Okay, we've got cowardly vibration coming forward from my divine masculine. Connect. Okay, so possibly afraid to reach out, afraid to connect, afraid to send that text, afraid to reach out in any way, shape, or form, whether through email, social media, a phone call. All right, so let's see what's going on with the divine feminine here, and why is my divine masculine afraid to connect? Angels and spirit guides focusing on divine feminine energy, please, for Cancer for the first half of December. Please bring forward whatever focus messages need to come through at this time. All right, Cancer, for divine feminine, let's take a look here. 0 point, very interesting. That 0 point for me taps into very similar energies with the Fool card, since it is 0, which is innocence, a new beginning, things that we wonder about, and it's also tapping into foolishness. So let's see how that plays out in this reading here. Sexuality and creativity, tapping into that sacral chakra for my divine feminines. Okay, so let's see how these focus messages relate to the rest of this reading, Cancer. So let's start off with some Mystic Moon oracles, and let's take a look and see what's coming up for you for the first half of the month. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. Please bring forward whatever messages need to be communicated at this time for the collective. Let's take a look. For Cancer, please. You're being guided towards a particular path in your life, Cancer. And look at the next card. We've got Soulmate. So if you guys are in separation, and on behalf of my divine masculines, if you're afraid to reach out to your soulmate, perhaps you're being guided to do that at this time. Forgiveness. I typically do tap into divine masculine energy from this. So part of the reason why my divine masculine might be afraid to reach out is because he did something wrong, possibly created the separation and distance in this connection, and is in need of forgiveness or wants to reach out and apologize. But look at this, we've got that mute card. So perhaps my divine feminine is not ready to talk. It's almost like she's hitting that mute button. She's not ready to talk. Wow. That's super interesting, guys. But the interesting thing about this 0 point card, which, as I mentioned, taps into the Fool card for me, is wanting a fresh start, a new beginning. But right now, she's feeling a little bit out of balance, especially tapping into her sexuality in regard to this connection. So she's not ready to talk. She's just hitting that mute button, not ready to talk right now. You both have your free will to do with this connection what it is that you're wanting to manifest. But right now I feel you guys might just not be on the same page. Give it some time to see how this all plays itself out. And then we've got this bound card coming through as well. That to me taps into very similar energies as the devil card in traditional tarot. So for some of you guys, that could be, I believe, Capricorn energy. And then look at this bottom of the deck. We've got a pause here. So if you look at this photo, that is a female figure right there. Pause. Mute. So I really feel here it's my divine feminine who is not ready to talk, who's not ready to engage, who may have put a stop to this connection somehow. Part of the reason why this pause might be here is because of this bound energy. Somebody who is feeling restricted somehow or trapped in a situation for whatever reason. Part of the devil energy too is somebody who's dealing with addictions. That could be the divine masculine. Maybe he's not ready to tackle that addictive behavior. You know, he's coming through as cowardly here. Just afraid to deal. Engaging in self-limiting behaviors. Still has feelings for the divine feminine though, because part of the devil energy is somebody who still carries a flame for the one that they love and lost and hoping to begin again. But, you know, she's not having it. She's like, I'm hitting that mute button. I'm hitting that pause button. Right now, I'm not ready to talk to you. She's feeling a little bit out of balance here. Okay, so let's add to this with some tarot messages for you, Cancer. Tapping into the messages from the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. You don't have to identify with a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the card deck, but we do have soulmate representation here. So let's see what else, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, for the first half of December. What else needs to come through for the collective for this reading? In love, in life. What else needs to come through? I have the King of Swords. Swords is air energy, so for some of you, you might be thinking about a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. This is a very quick-witted and very intellectual king. That could be the person that you're dealing with at this time. Look at this. We've got the Ten of Cups falling right below soulmate, contentment and joy. Wow. Happiness, things finally falling into place. Things are in alignment, or perhaps they were in alignment and now you guys are out of balance a little bit. Got the Page of Pentacles right after that. Concrete ideas. Two of Pentacles. That balancing act. And, you know, it's interesting how we've got a female figure right there. And she's trying to balance things out with that line. And, I mean, just the overall uncertainty of that photo. Two pentacles right next to each other. That is earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus might be the person you're thinking about for some of you guys. We have the Eight of Swords right next to that. Imprisonment. We've got Four of Swords as well. And we've got the Hermit, which is Virgo energy for some of you. And then here we are with the Fool card. Very similar to that 0 point energy. Starting with yourself. I'm running out of room on my desk here, sorry. I'm guided to pull this next card as well, which is the Six of Cups. Look at that, feeling nostalgic about a connection, wanting a reunion, memories of love. Wow. So this Page of Pentacles is some sort of message that needs to be communicated. But if I have a divine masculine here who's feeling cowardly and not ready to communicate or afraid to just reach out, it's kind of contradicting the energy of that Page of Pentacles. because the Page of Pentacles is manifestation. Wanting to manifest a reunion possibly here. But if things are out of balance, which I do feel that energy, especially for my divine feminine, just trying to balance things out in her energy and her life, feeling a little bit overwhelmed right now. So she's not ready to talk. She's not ready to engage in any sort of conversation right now anyway with the divine masculine. The Eight of Swords is imprisonment. Somebody who's isolating themselves at this time maybe. Not wanting to engage. So I am kind of feeling that that is my divine feminine. We've got the Four of Swords right next to that, which is healing and recovery, taking a break, just wanting to rest, taking a step back and trying to figure things out, which makes total sense since we've got the Hermit right next to that. Just doing a little bit of soul searching at this time. That is Virgo energy, as I mentioned, so some of you guys might be thinking of a Virgo, maybe. This is somebody who wants to be alone right now. Could also be tapping into one's loneliness because you guys are not together. You know, just wanting to really stop and just still their mind for a second and search for answers to the problems that are overwhelming either yourself, Cancer, or this person is doing this. There's a need for decisions, but the need to make those decisions carefully and cautiously. So there's this need to meditate, to just reflect and reevaluate the direction that life is going. This is the need to follow your heart, Cancer. If you're coming through as the Hermit right now, you're trying to figure things out for yourself. You got to follow your heart and not what everybody else is trying to tell you to do. This is the ability, however, to bridge estrangements between two people. So perhaps you and your soulmate will have the opportunity to eventually work things out and be able to welcome in the energy of that Ten of Cups and find happiness and joy with each other. But right now, you guys are not on the same page because I've got a divine feminine who is just kind of taking a break, hitting that mute button, and has created no movement here. And part of the energy too of the Hermit is people from our past re-enter our life. Here we go. Soulmate coming back or wanting to come back. But right now, I feel my divine feminines, especially whoever is resonating with that, you just want to be left alone for a second to figure things out. Just want a little bit of peace and quiet for yourself right now. And when you're ready, you can welcome in that new beginning that the Fool card has the capability of bringing in, and to take that leap of faith and go for it. Some of you guys might just want to travel this holiday season if that's something that you've already planned or are thinking about. But you can create positive changes in your life when you're ready. Doesn't just have to be about love and romance. It could be whatever area of your life you're really wanting to focus on. But I feel for some of my Cancers, you're feeling a little bit nostalgic about someone, remembering the good times, remembering when you guys shared special moments together and are truly wanting this person back in your life. And I feel here, it's so clear that my divine masculine is the one that needs to reach out and wants to reach out, but he's afraid to do so at this time. And my divine feminines, very focused on your own energy, wanting to create new beginnings for yourself. And for some of you, part of that new beginning, you just want to go on your own. You don't want this person back. That's for some of you guys. But there are my other divine feminines who would welcome in a second opportunity at love with this person, somebody that you consider to be your soulmate, certainly. So it really depends on where you're at in your heart space, if you would be open to hearing from this person. All right, let's add some romance angels to this. Let's see what else needs to come through for you, Cancer. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please, for the first half of December. What else needs to come through for Cancer? Please bring it forward for Cancer. Okay, yeah, we've got red flags that need to be addressed at this time, and that's why we've got that mute and pause button. Perhaps it is my divine feminine who is aware of these red flags when it comes to the divine masculine, or it could be reversed. Okay, so take that for how that resonates. We do have the heart-to-heart conversations card coming through. You guys need to talk. You need to just sit down and be honest with each other and just talk about anything and everything that's overwhelming this connection. There's a chance that you can reconcile, and there's also a chance to just bring about closure by just sitting down and talking. And when the divine masculine is ready to connect, and when my divine feminine is ready to start talking, that's when these conversations can start happening. And we've got express your love right after that, and perhaps that's what my divine masculine is going through. That's a part of the hesitation, knowing that he needs forgiveness or wants to apologize and express how he's truly feeling, but he's coming forward as afraid right now and cowardly. But it really does start with you, Cancer. You got to love yourself first. Self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. For some of you guys, you're going through some issues in regard to your finances and career. But look at this. Your soulmate is right here. Make the effort. I typically do tap into divine masculine energy, that the divine masculine needs to make the effort to create movement in this connection. And look at this. Reconciliation right after that. So I feel, guys, that there is a chance that you can work through this. Right now, you guys are at a break. There is a standstill here. And that's okay. I feel it's much needed in order for you guys to work on yourselves individually before you can come together as a couple once again. I feel the desire is here for you guys to want to reconnect. You know, this person is coming forward, Cancer, as your soulmate, and they certainly would welcome in that reconciliation. And if you need a little bit more time to bring that into fruition, then take that time. That's a part of that Four of Swords energy, healing and recovery. You can't rush that process. Okay? All right, let's add some Infinity Oracle to this by Fire Witch Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. What else needs to come through at this time? For Cancer, for the first half of December, please. First half of December. Violin playing the victim. Interesting. We have Soul Sisters, followed by Chained Up, Stressed, Forbidden Fruit. Some of you guys, part of the reason why you're not together could have something to do with third-party situations. And part of the reason for the hesitation from the divine masculine, I feel, is because since my divine feminine is not ready to hear what he has to say, you know, it's coming forward with that playing the victim type energy, you know, when those violins are playing in the background and somebody's just giving you their sob story, that type of energy. We have Soul Sisters coming through here. This could certainly be indicative of a sister in your life, if your sister is very close to you, or just other people in your life who represent or who would represent a soul sister in your life. That could be a very significant relationship for some of you. Part of this chained up energy and feeling stressed could certainly have something to do with this bound energy, which is very similar again to that Devil card, where somebody's feeling trapped and unable to create movement, feeling restricted. So all the more reason that this Four of Swords is here. Somebody just needed to take a step back to reassess the situation, to just rest a minute, to get away from the chaos and the drama and the challenges that you guys have been dealing with, especially if you're feeling stressed out right now. But yeah, I do feel some of you guys engaged in third-party situations, that whole forbidden fruit type energy that could be a part of the red flags that might be of concern to some of you. But again, if you are to overcome these issues, you would be able to solve a lot of this by just being able to talk to each other. But right now you're not on the same page. You're not ready to talk to each other face to face anyway. Somebody's afraid and somebody's not wanting to talk. All right, so let's add to this, Cancer, with some signs from Spirit Love Oracle. What else, please, for Cancer for the first half of December? Angels and Spirit Guides, what else do we need to know at this time? What else do we need to know at this time? First half of December. Pink. Love, caring, compassion. Beautiful. Some of you might have pink as your favorite color, or it could be the person that you're thinking about. But this is a beautiful card. It's a card of love. It's a card of still caring for this person, trying to find the compassion in your heart for the situation, for how things went down between the two of you. Because I feel here that you guys still care for each other. The love is still here. The desire to come back together, it's here. But right now, you guys just need to balance those scales to be able to meet each other in the middle. And right now, it's not there. So it needs a little bit more time, especially I feel for my divine feminines who need to be able to just take this much needed break to figure things out and be ready to talk to the divine masculine when she's ready. Let's grab some more. Milk and nourishment. Okay. Whenever this card comes through, it reminds me of a situation that literally needs nourishment. So it could be a situation that hasn't had the type of attention that it has required from both people, especially if somebody wasn't making the effort to be able to salvage the situation, the relationship. But if two people are able to put in that effort and put in equal effort, then that nourishes the situation, the relationship, so that it can grow and develop into something more. What else, please, for Cancer? And then we've got veil and that hidden energy. And I feel that's tapping into that forbidden fruit. So for some of you, again, part of the reason why you're in separation could be that there were secrets, things were being hidden from the other person. Again, it could have something to do with third-party situations. But I feel that with this Four of Swords, again, that healing and recovery, you guys are taking the time, that necessary break from each other in order to be in a better headspace to be able to tackle the challenges that overwhelmed your connection so that you can have a second chance at love. Bottom of the deck is that door of transition. Being able to walk out the door of a situation that's not serving you at the moment and to be able to walk into a different door to welcome in this reconciliation. So it really depends on what it is that you are wanting in your life. Cancer, if you're open to reconciliation, I feel that that can happen between the two of you. You can absolutely bring this Ten of Cups to fruition. And you can reunite. You can absolutely reunite with your soulmate. You know, these two cards have come through, and it's not an accident that it's here. Definitely not. All right, so let's add to this with some Lover's Oracle. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. What else do we need to know at this time? For Cancer, please. We have healing. We have trust. Bottom of the deck is surrender. Yeah, look at that. Healing energy. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Exactly. And going back again, I can't help it. I keep tapping into this Four of Swords energy. That rest period, that healing period is so needed in order for you guys to recover from any hurt, any pain, any distrust issues that you guys had to deal with. You know, it hasn't been easy for you, I feel, Cancer, and it hasn't been easy for the other person. And I feel that this is going to bring added healing to the situation when somebody finally steps up and opens up and apologizes and somebody else accepts that apology. Trust. Very important. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Exactly. And then we've got the surrender card coming through as well. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Yeah. Sometimes two people have to go into separation, work on yourselves individually, and then come back together when you're both ready. But for now, yes, it's very important to surrender and just allow the universe to do its thing on your behalf, to put you guys back into each other's paths so you can come back together and start talking about a potential at love once again and to come back together. All right, guys. So let's close this out with some healing messages, some additional healing messages. That's super interesting for this particular reading, I feel. We've got 2 references to healing already. So I do feel some of you guys have endured some pretty painful experiences here when it comes to love and romance especially. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, please bring forward some healing messages at this time. Serenity. Serenity, unanswered prayer, and divine guidance. So, even though I feel, again, you guys have gone through some hard times, not just in love and romance, in other aspects of your life, possibly Cancer, things are going to smooth out. Okay, this Serenity card is coming through to let you know that life isn't going to always be so crazy and chaotic. If you've been praying about a particular issue in your life, whether that's got anything to do with your soulmate, whether it's got something to do with other issues that you've been dealing with, other challenges in your life, this is coming through to let you know that your prayers have been answered. They have been heard and they will be answered. You're being divinely guided at this time, Cancer. Trust your instincts, trust your gut towards the direction that you're being guided to go. Wow, but yeah, your prayers will be answered, Cancer. And I do feel, again, for some of you, you will have a second chance at reuniting with your soulmate. I do feel that. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this reading for you this time around. I hope whatever part of this reading you were able to resonate with, I do hope that it offered you some guidance and clarity. So if you're interested in your own private reading, Cancer, please access that information down below in the description box. And I will be back real soon, guys, with more readings for you. Take care, Cancer, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.